Broken sword. Oh, we already did this. Buen caramante. Ah, stupid audio. There we go. Go.
Inside the hut was a chair and a small table.
Cool. Go pet the goat. He did. It's because he's in Central America. How are you, Anstonia?
Now, I like most animals, but experience had made me wary of goats, and cats, and dogs.
Ark is fun with
It looked to me
friends.
like an early portrait of Orson
That's
Welles.
true. Raptor's nice.
In Quaramonte, defacing a poster was probably a capital offense.
I'm not a fan of PvP, so that makes me dubious. I'm playing those sorts of games. I'm well, thank you. I just woke up like 15 minutes ago.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
See.
Hey! Mind the footwear, lady. Hi. Lovely bread.
¿Qué?
Bread, pan?
Sí, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
Bread. Yum.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
Okay. What American doesn't speak some Spanish? Like, I guess it depends on state to state, but like all the ones near Mexico, pretty sure they all speak some level of Spanish because of customer service and shit, right?
Do you have crabs?
No, only fish.
Nice fish. Thanks. If by some remote chance
Wow.
I need a fish, I'll be back. Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, Night Hunter.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
And Sonia says, bless you. It was loud. Oh, that's... What's
Hey,
her name?
guys.
From
What's with the
Syria.
long faces?
Our pipe player has been arrested
Haha.
and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
Rude.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Guaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
Rude indeed.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
Oh.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines. My cousin Ramirez was earning 8 pesos an hour.
Before he lost his legs in the accident.
Jesus.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out though.
2 of them, including your cousin. And they left half of him behind.
Oof.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really, they're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Dog bickies, nom.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
I noticed.
What do you make of this little worm?
That's fair.
No good.
That's fair.
It's dead.
Sure it's dead. I think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't.
Why would you carry it in your pocket anyway, mate?
Take
Tequila
a look
worm.
at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3
Dodgy
months
ship.
ago. It was here, at the docks.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the Condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Go away.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
What's her name? Pearl, that's her. From Syria.
George Stobart, well, of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA. I wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
Oh, Dwayne.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone.
Why not?
Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Ooh.
Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those old pyramid places, but Dwayne says he has to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point in going to the pyramid if there's no one around to take my picture.
Fair point.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
What takes me just about anywhere is the market.
You drove 2,000 miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the great design, George.
What do you make of this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's pretty. What's that thing supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one. What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Ooh-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
It's dead, Pearl. Calm your tits.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
You wearing
It's
them?
about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Oh, my.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested. What does
That's
this mean,
fascinating.
What cute little feathers. Why, if you had two of those, they'd sure make nice earrings.
This isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl. It's a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent intelligent answer back, but it was a long shot.
Catch you later, Pearl. Hey, Nico.
And Nico! Scan the PlayStation.
I have done just as I have been instructed, Professor.
This cheesy fucking grin.
With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations. Ah, I have visitors.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
Such a smarmy git. Look at him. Ugh.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Senor. Welcome to Quarmonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Right? So creepy. Look at it. It's like the Joker.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
No, I never heard of him.
Sure.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working population.
The look on George's face. What?
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Claramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Oh, snap.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, senor. Quarmonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Who was the guy you were talking to when we arrived?
Professor Ubier, a visitor, senor, like yourselves.
Did you say Ubier?
Si, senor. Professor Ubier, a French archaeologist.
What's Ubier doing in Claramonte?
Researching our rich and glorious past, senor.
Of course.
The professor is planning an expedition to some Mayan ruins. He came to see me to get an excavation permit.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Smart.
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
Oh, that was a quick negative.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quarmonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Rude. Rude.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor. Whoever he is.
Uh-huh.
The record of companies registered in Quarmonte.
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
How good the cheesy grin has gone here, but oh my god, it's terrifying.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
I have a
Mine is
Bicky.
more than a dog cookie, senor Stobart.
Should I? With her standing right beside me. What do you reckon, Ansonia? Nah. Do it. Do it.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso.
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you. I never heard of the guy. Do I
Um,
get the panties now? I told you all I know.
That's
You
a lie.
told me nothing. I'll be back.
Haha. Haha.
A couple of special offer letters were strewn across the desk. The television was showing what appeared to be a low-budget soap. A tall man with long blonde hair was shouting at a woman who was naked apart from a towel. It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. A safe was tucked under the desk. It was General Graciento, Quaramonte's reigning slime ball.
Yeah. Right again.
It was the map which the general had been showing to Professor Ubier.
Senor.
Yeah.
Little chat alone.
Ah.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But
See?
it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The general would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the general catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Do you recognize this statue?
Escatlipo? The night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
Do you know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
So long. A filing cabinet stood in the corner. I wasn't going to try investigating the passage while the general was sat there. A gloomy passage led to the rear of the building.
It's where the jails are. Can I talk to Nico?
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
She
Yes.
grumpy at me.
It looked like a map,
Nico.
but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever
Not
it
about the
was,
panties, though.
general didn't want us to see it. You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, George. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe. But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something? That man we saw talking to the general was Ubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Ubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah. It's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
Nah.
Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
She reads minds now.
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, Georges?
Sure, they're great.
Nom nom nom.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, Georges. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it. Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Okay, apparently.
Take a look at this.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house. Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
It's a coyote, how dare you?
It was Quaramonte's police station.
Right, there is a mining company over here. Head. Goat.
Hey, Nico!
And they go.
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering...
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Do you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Okay, cool.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
Nice buns.
Pants up Friday.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I've no idea.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience, an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages.
A tour of a mine.
Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
How come you're not wearing any pants?
I feel more alert without them. Kind of flirty.
And your boss doesn't mind?
She suggested it.
Was her idea?
Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
Can't you see I'm busy?
I can.
If I don't finish this stock report, the boss will be mad as hell.
Are you looking forward to the eclipse of the sun?
Not especially. Are you?
I don't know. I've never seen one. All I know about eclipses is that you shouldn't try to view them with the naked eye.
Please. Go away and let me get on with my work.
Please.
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all invited. Me and the boys are dressing up as evil monks.
Yeah? Cool. Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I heard it's going to be pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days.
Thanks. Ever heard of a guy called Karzak?
No.
I love how quick they are.
It was a store
No.
cupboard.
Conchita.
It was Conchita, the owner of the mining company.
She a grumpy woman. What's in the cupboard? Okay.
Keep out of there.
Why?
That's where the explosives are stored.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk.
No explosives. Alright. Like, George's outfit's good. I don't know what Nico's wearing there.
The cell was vacant. There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me.
It's Dwayne! And his piece of crap truck.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I thought that face was familiar. Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Hi, Dwayne. Just a moment. I have a few questions to ask the professor.
Hi, Dwayne.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazakh, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Of course he is.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Well, shit.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror. There. You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they
Oh,
gave
jeez.
by the
Bless you.
Human sacrifices?
men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
It's like Quetzalcoatl is like that as well, like the death god or something. Yeah.
Do you see this label?
Yes.
Yeah.
It refers
I wasn't
to a
talking to you.
company named Condor.
I traced that company here, to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Be pretty
Does
sweet.
the eclipse have some special significance for you?
From me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals?
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
Including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
Well, what plot?
I have no idea.
Are you still working for... you know who?
Who's that, George? You know I'm retired.
Oh, nothing. Forget it. I confused you with somebody else.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been in prison just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was in prison?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
What's in the truck, Dwayne?
Oh, just camping equipment. Sleeping bags and tents. Me and Pearl always hankered after a taste of the great outdoors.
Aren't you worried about camping out in the tropical jungle?
We had a trial run in West Virginia. This'll be a breeze in comparison.
Okay.
Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
I never heard of it, son.
Alright. Thanks, buddy.
It was Dwayne's truck. I couldn't believe the Hendersons needed a truck that big to carry camping equipment. Stealing trucks wasn't my style.
Wasn't it? Oh.
Hey, Nico!
Hey, Nico.
There was nothing else.
Senor.
Sorry, I forgot.
Get away from the safe.
Do you have a map of Claramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back. There was nothing else I wanted.
I'll be back.
Tell me about the general. You know, the guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In Quaramonte, we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Can you tell me anything about this statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest.
That doesn't
The
mean he's a
wrong
real
side
general.
of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you drove all the way to Claramonte in a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. It makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Catch you later, Pearl. Maybe I'm wrong, but you seem kind of evasive when I asked you about what you had in that truck before.
Damn right I was being evasive. I couldn't talk in front of the foreign nationals, see? George, I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Have you really never heard of Condor?
Of course I have, son. Matter of fact, it was old Dwayne's investigation scared him off.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Hey, there you go. Mining officer to have a detonator. Detonator!
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there.
Maybe.
Could you distract the General while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear, anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
He's like, yeah, wonderful.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobar.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
Oof. Swing.
No, 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 Signor. The General said nobody must see that chart.
He won't know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, Signor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Gross.
Okay, okay. I'd have to get rid of him. I'd still have to...
Alright, Ronaldo.
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this. I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, Signor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No, no, no. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the general's gone?
I'd be honored, Signor.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
I'd be honored, sir. Wow. Wow.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
Bless you,
I know what
Kirsten.
you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
I can snoop.
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station. The filing cabinet was probably locked.
So check.
I had no need for junk mail. It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Cuaramonte City. About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan. The safe was undoubtedly locked. I didn't have time to get silent. I decided to leave the television switched on. I'm George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Ex-musician, senor. My career is finished.
Ah, going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than live with this shame.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself. Don't cry for me, Senor Stobart. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The foreigner? Professor Oubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
I couldn't reach the noose. It was a length of rope, knotted in a hangman's noose. Someone had thoughtfully provided little shades for the light bulbs. The rest of the prison area looked like an English public toilet. I couldn't reach the light.
Well...
I got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Oubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Oubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel.
Ah, talk to Dwayne first. Haha.
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Okay.
Miguel.
Hey, Miguel,
What is it? What is happening?
we're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force?
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force?
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
You're not the only one.
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell. Now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Very wise, not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
Click.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobar.
Ah, go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
So, here we are.
You've changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
Oh, Jesus.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear gas.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing.
Poor Nico.
I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friends.
Slide
Your
away.
eyes are glittering like stars.
His damn cologne was making my eyes water. I was running out of sofa.
As spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar.
Oh, Nico. So good.
I'd run out of things to talk about. It was a portrait of some thug in a uniform. Cutting-edge technology in 1978, at any rate. A stuffed swordfish. A lava lamp, hip in a retro way. I had no doubt the general thought it was hip, full stop. A tiger skin lay on the floor.
Pretty decent view, though.
The tiger was beyond help. That tiger skin. You didn't kill it yourself, did you?
Alas, no. I had to import a synthetic one from the United States. It is very comfortable to lie on naked.
Gross.
Unfortunately, I'm allergic to man-made fibers. Big fish. Catch it yourself?
Catch it. Fishing poles are for children.
Then how did... Are those bullet holes?
2 magazines on full automatic. It put up quite a fight.
Jesus, mate.
I, love your TV.
Oh, yeah. Cool, no?
No.
Oh boy, female mud wrestling.
Oh, damn.
That's an impressive hi-fi system, General.
Would you care to hear some music, my dear?
No.
Oh, it's no bother. I don't even have to get up. Oh.
Mom, what is going on here?
Mom!
Nothing, Mom. I was...
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame la Presidente, sorry, Madame la Presidenta.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame la Presidenta. I was just showing my friend Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been asking?
I'm a freelance photojournalist. I do lifestyle features.
For what sort of magazines?
It looked safest to play dumb, with good bone structure. Haya, Lifestyle of the Super Rich and Vainglorious, Envy Magazine,
Excellent. Raoul, you've chosen well for a champion.
It was pretty obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the time I was buying him.
Yeah.
And when you were in this band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, we were really famous at our college. Still, ours wasn't as good as the original version.
I have never heard that song before, yet I have no doubt that this must be true.
Hey! Psst. Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real, George. He was the previous occupant of that cell you're in. We're gonna have to use good old American know-how to get you out of there.
Uh-oh.
That, and this truck full of explosives I've got here.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all of us.
You're such a naysayer, George. It'll go like clockwork. Negative to negative, positive to you gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just,
Jesus Christ, Dwayne.
All right,
It's not
I'll
that hard.
just hook that up. All right, there we go. Okay, just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs up north.
Here we go.
Too late.
Are we dead yet?
Horse shit.
What happened to the explosives?
There ain't no explosives. My dumbass supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne. Never mind, I'll think of something. I couldn't reach the noose. Listen to me, Miguel. You give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
I'm not sure. But I'll think of something.
If your plan doesn't work, will you let me hang myself in peace?
Sure. Old-fashioned Western breakout.
Give me a minute to think, Dwayne.
Okay.
I couldn't escape that way. Hey, Dwayne, I want you to tie this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it in a black and white Western. Of course, Hopalong was using a horse, and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Anything you say, George.
Liz Dwayne's
Please forgive my
suggestible.
mother. She can be a little difficult.
Oh, my feet. Raoul, propose, you idiot.
Don't mind her. She just wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it. Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Jesus.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long, but...
What the hell was that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to be involved in it somewhere.
And she's out the door. Bye!
I ain't gonna say a thing, 'cause that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor, the river.
Huh? Wait, what about Nico?
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the job? And it's turned into World War III.
No time to explain. Come on.
Come on.
Don't move, terrorist scum.
You talking to me, Junior?
Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man. And my name's not Junior.
A word to the wise, Junior. You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is gonna be your proctologist. Savvy?
General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorists.
You idiot, not them. The other American and the French woman. They're the ones.
They're the ones. Whiny.
When I recovered consciousness,
Rude.
I was alone, washed up on the riverbank. My head was aching fiercely, and my mouth tasted like a swamp. But I followed the sound and discovered a treehouse in a nearby clearing.
What happened to the cutscene? That's a bit rude.
The machine was broken. The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats. Perfect for a game of poo sticks.
Oh.
That vine rope could be useful.
Good.
It seemed to be working just fine. A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel. It was a large wooden cross.
Where are you going to put
It
that?
was heavy. I guess that was intentional. The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
Hello? Anyone home?
Nope.
It was a pile of damp leaves. It was a pile of damp leaves.
Okay.
It was a pile...
Yeah, good.
I placed the bank statement over the damp leaves. The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron. As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death. And there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico. What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but well, you know what they say? Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Venom.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know. But maybe
Venom.
the village can tell us.
The who? Village
Can
boys.
you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Oh, of
Give
course.
me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
Preferably without the goddamn organ music.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest. The vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones. So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
It is. Oh, priesty boy.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar. Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no. If I've been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Screwy.
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise.
Wow.
And in a moment of weakness,
Bless you, baby.
animal passion really.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels. Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
Smart.
Now you've got your collar back. Will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
Mine are too tight. Such Adonis.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
Keep riding right up my butt.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Doggy
Here,
Bicky.
he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Nom 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 nom. Hey, that one.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
Especially the black ones. Let me in.
Stop. This is a private village.
This is a private village. Well, rudeness. How about we put that in there? Like a little...
I put the statue in the empty box.
You can't go in there.
Why not? Let me in.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him. The shaman said to give you back his statue.
He didn't want it?
He's already got one.
Is it that one then?
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him. The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys. That woman certainly wasn't the reason. The woman was grinding a sticky
corn.
It was a basket full of rocks. I couldn't think of any. The man was busily weaving a cloth. That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for. It was the focal point of the village, the communal cooking fire.
Stobart.
George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Welcome, George.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the Coyote Stone to this village.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning, all conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
Jesus, mate.
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite.
Player.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Riddles are fun.
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the 5th age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Clever.
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the 5th age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected. What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Guadalupe City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2
Thanks for the follow, Axel. Alexa?
By an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle Stone was taken by a pirate.
Hello, how are you?
The 3rd stone,
Good time zone.
stone,
It's
reached Spain. That is the
Thursday
stone in your
about
possession.
2:30 in the afternoon here, so
Tell me more about the Jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of
Jaguar.
Guadalupe was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers.
pirates.
The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar stone.
Jaguar.
Where is the Jaguar stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back
That's
to his
alright.
homeland
You go sleep.
across the Great
Sleep
Sea.
is important.
To England.
Thanks for the follow.
Tell me more about the Eagle Stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Good.
Where's the Eagle Stone now?
Nobody knows for sure.
At the bottom of the
Tex
ocean.
retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only then
Prepare
can they be
yourself.
used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
It's worth
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
Right? What a bloody music.
I left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Can you not?
The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having well, an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
That damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget. I've got the root, Hubert.
What are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right. Nico, I've brought you this root.
You fools!
No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible
It's
form.
Ben! A suntan fam, yes. Nice, I like it. Hey Danny, hey Ben, what's going on?
It was Father Hubert's personal altar. I wondered what Hubert had used to make his candles.
Give me jug.
I couldn't steal from a priest.
Sure you could.
I didn't have any use for Hubert's candles.
Let's go squash some roots. So this, I don't know if you guys have played this before, is Broken Sword. This is the second. The Smoking Mirror. This fellow here is George Stobart, an American tourist who was visiting France in the first game. And the lady upstairs on the bed is Nico, his girlfriend, who's a photojournalist from France. Now pick it up and squash the root. It's frozen. Oh no. And just as I mentioned it, Broken Sword decided to not respond. Oh my god. No, it doesn't. No! Haha, we're back. Squash. Oh man, why you freeze like this? So if you guys aren't all caught up on this story of my piece of shit computer. Well, there's a jug upstairs. I asked you to pick it up, you fool. June 4th. Yes. No. What? Ah. I finished at 6. Cool. So what's going? How was Hades? Has thou finished the Devil's World? I know nothing about that game. Oh, smoking mirror. Why you do this to me? It's a what? Kahoot. Oh man, this is annoying.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Oh, ideal. Squish.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
think it's OBS that's playing up, not my game. Pick it up. Such cool sunglasses.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
Then, what are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
Quickly.
Nico.
Wow. Such a loud sneeze. Estonia says bless you again. As does Danny.
Here, drink this.
Crunch.
Oh, George. It's horrible.
Just swallow it down.
So how's everyone's Thursday going? Annoying. That's good, yeah, it was your birthday. Did you do anything special? I know it was a while ago. It was 2 days ago, wasn't it? Oh, it's Quinn's birthday. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. It crashed finally. Fully crashed. Let me destroy it and then restart. Oh, bless you, Kirsten. October birthdays. Bless you.
Thanks.
It's you guys can't hear it, but when she sneezes, it pierces my ear. It's like a bullet to the side of my head.
I'm sorry.
It's very explosive.
Given that is my area of expertise.
That is true. Let's try this again. She sneezes like you. Nope. Nope, it's not gonna play the game. She allergic to my bullshit, more than likely, yes. Oh, pick up the cone. Pick up the cone first. I mean, that's fair. I confused her with Quinn. I deserve that.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
What are you waiting for? Give it a go, quickly.
Such a grumpy looking priest.
Nico. Here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it.
I didn't call you annoying.
Try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones?
Other stones? Yes, Nico. Other stones. All the other stones.
What have you gotten me into now, Josh?
I said she can be annoying. I didn't say she was annoying. No. Ellie. In The Last of Us. Yes.
That's true.
We can all be annoying at times, I'm sure. You're a lovely person, Danny.
Well, the patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Starting to freeze again. No. Caribbean. Do you guys say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
I'm intrigued.
Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently.
What?
Yeah, I say Caribbean as well. Caribbean? Caribbean?
I traced the pirate ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean.
I say it like George. Caribbean.
Unfortunately, the masked from piracy. He'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Ketch's Landing can get stuffed. I think my computer's telling me my time is almost 2 hours streaming.
Already?
Yes, pretty close.
How did that happen?
Time flies when one is having fun.
I feel like it's been 2 hours, babe.
Oh no, it's an hour and 45 technically. But yes, it's pretty darn close. I'll probably leave it at catcher's landing anyway.
Why?
Because it's being a pain and won't let me do things.
Sorry?
It keeps freezing and not responding.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah,
Do that.
I have a feeling it's my piece of shit C drive.
I know, but why is it being silly? Is what I'm trying to say.
Because as much as they like to say SSDs are better than hard drives, they seem to die sooner than hard drives.
Sorry, but that is rude.
It is.
I like it from the arrowhead.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I will leave this one here, and hopefully my computer decides to play the game another time.
That's just rude.
Yeah, it's pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. But thanks for the raid, Ben. And Danny, welcome. And Stony, I'll see you next time, I'm sure.
Don't forget,
Don't forget.
there's the Saturday quiz, and then on Sunday, there's the science quiz!
So Monday,
Which is probably the late for us, doesn't matter.
Monday morning for us. Yes. So for you guys, there's a quiz both Saturday and Sunday.
Because it's Kirsty's science quiz!
You have to introduce it like Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
No! I'm not Bill Nye, I'm my own person.
Bye, smoking mirror. Thanks for coming, guys. I will chat to you, I'm sure, in the Discord. Ta-ta for now.